Hey guys, and welcome to a hip opening quick yoga flow. So let's get to it. When you're on your mat, come to sit and bring your feet to touch. So I love to start off when I'm trying to open up my hips with pulsing my legs up and down in my bound angle pose. Just taking a few breaths here. Notice how tight you feel in your hips. Just breathing through any discomfort you may be feeling. Pulsing up and down. On every exhale, just releasing any tension you're feeling in your hip joints. Continue breathing in and out through your nose. And when you're ready, imagine you're pulling your knees down onto the mat, breathing here, holding. And when you're ready, you can release. Bring your feet onto the mat. Your knees are pointing up towards the sky. Place your hands behind your back. And when you're ready, bringing your legs, dropping them over to the left-hand side into a 90-90, then dropping them over to the right, the left, and then the right. And just continue to flow with your breath for a few rounds. Just warming up those hip joints. And when you're ready, when you come to the left-hand side, bring that left knee into a 90-degree angle with your heel. The back leg is in a 90-degree also. Placing your hands down onto the mat, breathing here and holding for 3 breaths. If you feel like you can come down onto your forearms, you can, coming into a deeper stretch and taking 3 breaths here. But if you can't, just stay in where you were. And when you're ready, coming back up onto your hands, this time coming back to center, coming over to the right hand side this time, bring that right leg into a 90-degree angle with your heel, flexing your right foot if you need to protect that hip joint, and bringing your back leg in a 90-degree angle, placing your hands on the mat and breathing here for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, bringing your forearms down onto the mat if you can, or staying where you originally were, and just taking 3 breaths in this pose. And when you're ready, coming back up onto your forearms, coming back to center. When you're ready, bringing that left leg to straighten on the mat, pulling that right foot in towards your body and straightening that left leg. And when you're ready, we're going to drop our right knee down onto the mat like so and come back up. Dropping it down on the mat and come back up. And just repeating this a few times, just breathing. Face your left leg and then come to face your right leg. Face your left leg and then come to face your right leg. And just flowing here, noticing how it feels in your hip joint and in your glute muscle. And when you're ready, come with your legs back into center. This time straightening out the right leg to the side, bending that left knee and hugging it in towards your chest. Bringing it in more if you need to. If you can't, keep it out a bit wider. And when you're ready, facing over to your right leg, coming back, facing the left, facing the right, face the left, and then the right, facing the left, and then the right, flowing with your breath, noticing how it feels in your left hip joint, your left glute muscle. And when you're ready, return back to center. Come in to face the long edge of your mat. Come with your knees bent and your feet on the mat. Bring that right foot over the left and just imagine you're drawing that left knee down to the mat. And you can pulse up and down here. You might feel it in your hip joint or your glute muscle. Keeping your back nice and straight, you're sitting up tall. And just pulsing that right knee down onto the mat. Breathe in, maybe flex your right toes to protect that knee joint. Breathing through any discomfort you may be feeling. And when you're ready, we're gonna come onto the left heel. Drop that left heel down onto the mat, bringing it back up. Dropping it down on the mat and sliding it back up. Dropping it down, sliding it back up. Drop it down, slide it back up. Drop it down and slide it back up. Drop it down, slide it back up 2 more times, drop it down, sliding it back up, drop it down, and then just returning it back up, holding it here, pushing your chest into your legs, breathe in 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, release that right leg. This time bring that left leg over the right and draw that left knee down onto the mat. Flex your left toes if you need to protect that knee joint. Breathe in here, taking 4 breaths. And when you're ready, sliding that right heel down onto the mat, bringing it back up, sliding it down, bringing it back up, sliding it down, bringing it back up. Repeating this 4 more times at your own pace. And when you're ready, bring that right leg back up, holding it here, pushing your chest in towards your legs, taking 3 breaths, inhale, and exhale. And when you're ready, releasing that left foot down onto the mat, turning over onto your belly, coming into our half frog pose. So bringing that right leg up into a 90-degree angle Lowering your upper body down onto the mat, coming into your half frog pose here. And just taking 4 breaths, releasing any tension you may be feeling in your right hip joint on every exhale. And then when you're ready, releasing that right leg, extending it back on the mat, this time bringing that left leg out into a 90-degree angle, coming into your frog pose on the left hand side, taking 4 breaths here. When you're ready, coming back, extending that leg out to the mat, bending both knees. And when you're ready, we're going to come over with that right foot to reach the left hand side. Then coming over onto the left side, onto the right side with the left foot. Coming back to center, bring that right foot over to the left. And then coming back, bringing that left leg over to the right. Holding your arms down here, trying to plant your arms onto the mat. Continue doing this a few times, flowing with your breath, but you don't want to be lifting your arms up off the mat. Just coming over, reaching with that left foot to the right foot to the left. Feeling a deep stretch along our hip flexors here. It may feel a bit awkward, this pose at the beginning, but just noticing and tuning into what feels good in the body, not worrying about how the pose looks. And when you're ready, push yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Come in to sit on your mat with your leg cross-legged. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Close your eyes. Exhale, bring your hands down to prayer. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. I hope you have a lovely day. Please like and subscribe to my channel. It'll help my channel grow more than you know. I hope you have a lovely day.